Hi, my name is Joey. Today we're going to talk about your sciatic nerves. There are two of them, and they can cause you great pain if a herniated disc happens, or some of your internal muscles like your piriformis or your psoas muscles are not properly stretched, lengthened. These can all cause pain. Having said that, the sciatic nerve is actually about the width of your baby finger, which is why the pain can be excruciating. So anatomically, this large nerve starts on either side of your spine, travels down through both buttocks, because there's two of them, deep inside of your buttocks. You could feel pain there. Then they travel through the inner part of your thigh. Then they come to the outside of your calf and into your foot. So if you have a sciatic issue, maybe you're only feeling it in your calf and your foot. Maybe you're only feeling it in your lower back or your cheek. The pain can be a variety of different things. It can be anything from shooting pains to just a constant take you to your knees kind of pain. But one of the things that is good to know about yoga is that it's preventative, it's also curative. So let's get started and do some very gentle yoga practices. By the way, a belt and some cushions or yoga blocks will be useful towards the end of the class. So coming down onto your back, always practicing with awareness, respect, and compassion. Draw your knees up towards your chest. Place one hand on each knee and make movements that help you bring some awareness, if not energy, into this lower back lumbar area, because this is where it all starts. So do this by feeling the pressure in the particular places where you feel like you need it. You know your body best. So take the time, pulling your knees either away from you, towards you. You can take them wider apart to cover more territory in this area. Remember, the nerves start in your lower lumbar area. They travel through your glutes, your buttock muscles, down inside of the belly of your muscle in the back of your leg, and then down the side of your leg towards the foot. It is the largest, longest nerve in your body. All right, keep your knees together. Take your arms out to the side, shoulder height. You can turn your palms down. Please press the small of your back into the floor and slowly take both knees over to the right and turn your head to the left. And breathe into your lower back. We're focusing on the lower back where the nerve originates. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. And exhale, both knees over to the left, take your head to the right. Breathe into your lower back. By breathing into your lower back, you're creating space, removing blocks. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Now, sometimes we store emotions in our back. Fear can get stored in anywhere in the back of the body, but particularly in the lower back. You might see, inhale back to center, a dog with its hair rising on its spine. And then both knees to the other side one more time. That dog is feeling a little bit of fear, anxiety, and we're no different. We can't escape feelings of fear. These are natural emotions, but when they get stored and lodged in the body, they can show up as pain, they can show up as blocks. All right, place your hands underneath the backs of your thighs and let's rock up. Come on over, onto all fours. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows. So basically, we stretch, we strengthen, we lengthen, and we release. All right? So your hands, fingers spread wide apart. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips. So that your spine now is like a long tabletop. And your spine goes from your tailbone right out through the crown of your head. So think of it as one beautiful long line of energy. On an exhale, round your spine. Drop your tail, pull your bellies in and tuck your chins. On an inhale, curl your toes under and hollow out your lower back. Lengthening through the neck, lifting the tail. Exhale, round your spine into cat, mindfully, gently, and slowly. And curl your toes under to inhale, hollow out your lower back, lift your tail, lengthen through your neck. Exhaling, pull your bellies in, round your spine up a lot. A beautiful stretch for your spine, releasing the lumbar area that could be compacted. And then curl your toes under, hollow out your lower back, bringing suppleness, flexibility, energy, blood supply, nutrition into your spinal column. And last time, exhale, flatten the tops of your feet. Round your spine like that Halloween cat. Pull your bellies in and curl your toes under. And inhale, hollow out your lower back, lift your tail, making your spine lovely and flexible. Okay, nice. Let's draw. Bring your left foot forward. Walk your left foot out to the side. Bring your hands onto the floor. And then with your, pardon me, that's your right foot. And then take your back foot, curl the toes under, and lengthen the leg. So this is a nice stretch for the psoas, which is an internal muscle. And then release your knee to the floor. And then take your leg back up. So releasing the knee to the floor helps get into the piriformis. So these are two deep internal muscles which can affect your lower back, which obviously can affect your sciatic nerve. Bring your knee back down to the floor. And one more time, straighten that leg. And then bring the knee to the floor. Take this leg back. And let's take a modified child's pose. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Flatten the tops of your feet. Have your big toes touch one another. Then slowly take your buttocks back towards your heels. I say this slowly. Sometimes we can get foot cramping. And then release your forehead onto your mat. If this isn't comfortable, make a pillow with your forearms and rest your forehead on them. And then breathe into your side and back ribs. Again, we're creating a gentle stretch through the lumbar area to create space for your diverging sciatic nerves that travel through the glutes, the thighs, down the side of your calf towards your foot. Okay, on an inhale, let's come back up, draw the knees under the hips, and let's extend the other foot forward. So this would be your left foot. Place your hands flat on the floor, curl the toes under of the back leg, straighten that leg, holding here, giving the psoas a nice stretch, and then gently release the knee to the floor, stretching the piriformis. Inhale, lengthen the leg, and it doesn't matter whether you know where these muscles are, if you've ever heard of them before. The beautiful thing is you're doing the work you need to do to create the space in your body for free-flowing energy and to give this big sciatic nerve some space. It's innervating everything from the waist down to your feet. Clearly, it needs to be a substantial nerve, but substantial nerves can create substantial pain. Okay, release that knee to the floor one more time, and then straighten the leg. And last time, coming down onto your knee, bringing the knees together. Let's come now into a seated posture. Twist positions are excellent for creating space in the spine. Pull the flesh away from your sits bones, and then place your left foot flat on the floor outside of your right leg. Interlock your fingers 2 inches below your knee. Pull your torso right up against your thigh. Keep your shoulders nice and low. At this point, you should feel your sits bones rooting down through the earth. Place your left hand behind you. Inhale the right arm up. We have an option here to either bring the inside of your elbow around your thigh and down this, around your knee and down your thigh, or bring the arm up and bring the elbow to the outside of the knee, and then turn, twist. There are many, many benefits to the twist poses, but we are focusing on creating space through the lower lumbar, through the pelvic region, through the glutes and the hips. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, release, and slowly counter twist. And let's bang out the back of that leg. Let's change. Place the opposite foot flat on the floor outside of the knee. Interlock your fingers 2 inches below, and then bring your torso flat up against your thigh. So you're sitting up nice and tall. Maybe I can show you from the side here. Okay, and now you're going to place your right arm behind you. Inhale the left up, exhale, twist and turn. This is a mudra for wisdom. It's also, and a mudra is a hand position. It recycles our energy, so there's less leakage. Inhale, just a little aside, lengthen, exhale, and twist. So releasing the pressure from gravity, bringing that extra blood supply, which contains oxygen, nutrients from our food, into the cells of the discs and the vertebra. Inhale, lengthening, feeling your sits bones. Exhale, releasing. And one more, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist and turn. And then let's come down onto our backs. This is almost what's called a supine pigeon pose, and this one really helps to target pain through the leg from sciatica. So, crossing your left ankle over your right knee. Draw the foot towards you. So that be the left knee towards you. You can interlock your fingers behind your thigh. Some of us might be able to reach in front, but keeping your shoulders on the floor. Now, breathe into that left hip and thigh. The whole thing is to express and show caring awareness, compassion. In my opinion, there is an enormous lack of compassion in this world, but compassion starts with us. Having compassion for your own pain and suffering. It doesn't mean that you whine and you whimper. It just means that when we have pain and when we're suffering from that pain, we need to be gentle. We don't want to blame ourselves. We don't need to project our anger towards other people or even towards ourselves. Just be calm, as if a baby, you know, think of yourself sometimes as a baby. Okay, sometimes we are big babies, aren't we? But hey, we're just flesh and blood, mere mortals. Release both knees over to the right side. Inhaling up, and now take them over to the left side. So another nice little stretch for the hip. And come back to center, and let's place the other ankle on the knee. Again, draw that bent knee towards you, interlocking your fingers underneath the back of the thigh, or if it's available, around the front of the knee. But that intensifies the stretch. So do what feels right. You may feel different from one side or the other. Keep your sacrum as flat on the floor as you can. That will intensify the stretch that you feel through your glutes, your hip, but flattening your back lengthens it. Breathe. Send your caring, aware breath into the specific area where you feel the most tension, the most tightness, the most stress, whether it's physical tension, mental, or emotional. It doesn't matter. But if you breathe with compassion, witness how your body receives and willingly starts to let go. Less resistance, more willingness to go with the flow, more expression of flow through your body. Notice it. And then release your hands, cross that leg over, and take both knees over to the left. Inhale back to the center and back over to the right side. Think of this like a little massage, and then release. Now, one last posture before we let all the benefits of what you've done just sink in. Happy baby pose. It's possible that some of us won't want to bend both legs at the same time, but I'll show you. This is happy baby. The knees are outside of the hips. You're trying to get your ankles over top of your knees. That may not be accessible, but what it does is it's stretching your hamstring. So if the belt or a tie, or of course this is a yoga strap, if doing one at a time works better, then we can do one at a time. And you can straighten the other leg out in front. So you're doing half of a happy baby pose. Your knee is outside of your torso. So I'm going to switch back to doing both. And if you're doing one side, let's take one more deep breath in and then switch. Bringing your strap or your belt or the tie that you don't like to wear anymore, or maybe you don't even wear it because you don't like it. It was a gift at Christmas. You can tell somebody, gee, I love that tie that you gave me at Christmas 20 years ago. You don't have to tell them why you love it now. They'll say, oh, I didn't even remember. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. It's beautiful to look at as you're looking up. So there's your half happy baby. Again, this is stretching those interior muscles. So breathe into them. Again, if you're in the full expression of happy baby, keep your sacrum as flat on the floor as you can. If only one leg is bent and it feels okay to straighten the other one, please go for it. Great. And then bring bent knees, flat feet to the floor. Extend your legs out in front, but let's draw the left knee up. Interlock your fingers around your knee. This is our last exercise. Place your right hand on the outside of your left knee and bring it across your body. Once again, breathe into that top hip, thigh, glute, maybe it's your IT band. Just breathe into the exact space that feels the tightest. Your breath is your connection between your mind and your body. The hips are something like a junk drawer in the house, only this is your junk drawer in the body. So a lot of what gets stored in the hips, besides your poor posture, is emotional baggage. Stuff you didn't deal with, stuff you didn't have time to deal with. Well, now you're dealing with it in the most beautiful, organic way because you're stretching it, which is part of the release, and your exhalation and your willingness to let go is all you need to do. Inhale, come back to center. Draw the other knee up. Extend the first leg to the floor. Bring that knee into your chest, placing opposite hand on the outside of the knee or thigh, extending the other arm out to the side. You might notice a difference, one side to the other. That's pretty normal. Just breathe into the place that is experiencing the pain, the suffering. Show it some love. Show it compassion. Be sincere. You can't lie to your body, but you can love it because it's your home. And if you can't live there, where are you going to live? Taking care. Inhale, let's bring that knee back to center and release the leg down in front. Now the final posture is Shavasana. I want to show you a couple of things that I would recommend to also bring relief. Placing a pillow, it can be anything you can fold, it can be a pillow off of your bed. Place it under your knees. If you own yoga blocks, place them right at the crease of where your leg and your butt meet. Keep that other pillow or bolster underneath the backs of your knees. Roll your shoulders open and out to the side with your palms facing up in the open and receiving position. Tuck your shoulder blades under. Tilt your chin towards the center of your chest. And just breathe here. And this means breathing into your belly. And if you're not sure whether or not you're breathing into your belly, place your hand on your belly. You could take both hands and place them on your belly, one hand on your belly or one on your chest. If you know you're breathing deeply and fully, Then you can release your hands back at your sides, away from your body, just enough to feel the shoulder blades sinking, relaxing, letting go of your lower back, your buttocks, your legs. Eyes are closed. Separate the biting surfaces of the teeth. And stay here as long as you like. You are a human being, not always a human doing. Taking care of your body so that your body can take care of you. I hope you enjoyed this brief practice in back care and relief for your sciatic nerve. My name is Joey. Namaste.